Getting your bike well set up to your body can make the difference between riding in comfort and riding in pain. And for those of us chasing performance, it can be the cornerstone to reaching your full potential. Now, it is a complex topic, more art than science perhaps, but here is our beginner's guide to get you in the ballpark. Now, the first thing to get set up is your saddle height. Now, with the ball of your foot over the pedal axle and your pedal in the 6 o'clock position, there should be a slight bend in your leg. Now, if you get your saddle too high, then it will cause your pelvis to rotate as your foot stretches, and that will cause lower back pain and saddle discomfort. And if it's too low, then you'll lose power and you'll also get knee pain. To get the best idea of judging your saddle position, it's a good idea to film yourself riding on a static trainer like this. Because what it does is it means that you get a better idea of where your natural foot position is. Some people ride with their heel down, some people ride with their toe down, and that difference can subtly alter the angle of your leg. Next, you go for the forward and backward adjustment of your saddle, and this is called the layback. Now, the age-old technique of telling whether you've got the right amount of layback is by putting your pedals level when you're sat in the saddle, and you drop a plumb line from the front of your kneecap, and it should drop just in front of the pedal axle. A micro adjustment of this position can be tailored according to whether you use your glutes predominantly or your quads predominantly when you're pedaling, but this is perhaps a bit more of an advanced technique, and we'll cover this later. So now we've tackled the seat position, it's time to look at the reach. Now, it's a common misconception that you can adjust the reach to your handlebars from your saddle by adjusting your saddle position forwards and backwards. But as we've just set this up for optimum pedaling efficiency, this needs to be left where it is. So in reality, the way you can adjust the reach is by moving your stem up and down by up to 2 to 4 centimeters, depending on how much steerer space you've got. And then unfortunately, by just buying different length stems. So it's a reason why it's a great idea to go to a good bike shop when you're buying your bike in the first place, as it stops you spending money later on to adjust your position. Fundamentally though, a more relaxed rider will have a proportionally shorter reach from the handlebars to the stem, and a rider looking for a more aggressive aerodynamic position will have a longer one. However, the limiting factor is in reality the flexibility in your glutes and your hamstrings, so no amount of wanting to look aerodynamic is actually going to make it an effective position. As a general guide though, the angle of your back should be about 45 degrees, and the angle between your arms and your back should be about 90 degrees. And this gives you the best blend of comfort, aerodynamics and power. When riding on the tops, you can have an even more relaxed position, so it's good for climbing. But then when you're on the drops, by bending your arms, you can get your back close to horizontal if you can stretch that far for aerodynamics. So to sum up, first of all, you set your saddle height, then you set the layback, and then finally, leaving that in one place, you adjust the reach to the handlebars. Now, as we said at the beginning, bike setup is a complex topic, so it's something we're going to come back to again and again over the coming months. And if there's something specific that you want us to tackle with regards to bike fit or bike problems, then let us know in the comment section down below, and we'll tackle it at a later date.
Single pace riding is the most efficient way of riding if you're facing a stiff headwind or if you're riding in a very small group. In this video, we're going to show you exactly how to do it.